What's happening, my beautiful people? My name is Dirty Mike, and today, my friends, I'm answering one of my most frequently asked questions. How do you get better at FIFA? And I'm giving you the top 10 best ways to improve at FIFA 17. If you like the concept, please drop a thumbs up, share it around the community, show your friends, because this gets asked on a daily basis. Also in the comments down below, don't cheat yourself. Let me know, am I missing anything? What's your top 10 look like? Everybody has different facets or different areas that help them improve. I am always open for feedback. But without further ado, as we get underway, I do want to mention that these are not listed in any sort of order. If number 10 is number 1 for you, that's all good. And we are starting out with composure. And if you're unfamiliar with the word, composure is when you're in a 1v1 scenario and you could finish that 1v1. Or maybe you're feeling the heat. Your opponent, oh, he's pressuring you. Or you concede an early goal. Is that game, set, and match? Or are you able to rebuttal? Are you nervous? That's what I'm talking about with composure. Every single FIFA installment, this is going to make a huge, I'm talking drastic difference with your wins, your draws, your losses if you have good composure versus being lost in the sauce. Look, if you've put your hand through the TV, you toss the controller out the window, this might not fix that type of problem, but when you're dealing with composure, you've just got to make sure you stay calm and collected. Next, we've got patience, which can go hand in hand with composure. And whether you're defending or attacking, if you want to beat the best, you will need patience. Because people overpass all the time. They hold the ball. You got to wait for your opportunity. And then the same goes for when you're attacking. Don't rush. You've got to make sure that you're at a point where you're feeling the rhythm. Everything's coming together. Your 1-2s, your tiki-taka, your slower build-up. Your cross. Everything needs to go together with timing. And that's why I can't stress that you need to have patience if you want to be a solid FIFA player. The next couple sort of run together, where we have understanding player tendencies, and this will save you. If you notice your opponent loves to go through the wings, or he shows you early on in a match that he's using 4 or 5-star skill moves, then you can make a mental note that this is something that he might like to do, and you can anticipate it. And it's something that I've made a habit of doing for years now in FIFA, is being able to recognize tendencies. Tendencies! I did the stupid cross thing I've been doing, the plus sign. Who started this? Why have we been doing that, Mike? The other way to improve that goes hand in hand with player tendencies is knowing the matchups. Let me give you another example. If somebody's using Theo Walcott, then you need to know mentally, alright, that guy's got 3-star skills, okay. I can anticipate what's going to happen here. Oh, he's really fast. I got to make sure that I keep a certain level of separation. Is he strong? Oh, he's not that strong. And so forth and so on. How I defend Higuain, for example, will be different than how I defend Jovetic. Even though they're both in the Serie A, one has the 4-star skills, one of them doesn't. And I just know the way players move. And you build this up with putting in more time, more hours. Practice makes perfect. But I just want to mention that all these mental notes that's happening during the course of a match are crucial for success and will definitely increase your efficiency, whether it's on the defending side or the attacking side. Just knowing if you have an advantage or a disadvantage when you're dealing with that type of circumstance. At the midway point, we're now looking at set pieces, and in real football, this is so valuable. If you're watching the Premiership, or any of the leagues for that matter, they value set pieces, corner kicks, the throw-ins. But in FIFA, we don't. We make mistakes, so many dumb mistakes, and waste opportunities. We give up possession. Don't rush yourself, especially on throw-ins. I see people give away throw-ins and goal kicks all day, every day, and I've got tutorials covering this type of stuff. If you've got issues, don't worry, we can fix these problems. But when you're starting to get to that point where you're rushing, and when you make a mistake off a goal kick, when you make a mistake off throw-ins, it discourages you. And the same goes for understanding set pieces and practice with scoring them. Whether it's a direct or an indirect, knowing what to do in each scenario, it gives you a certain level of confidence, because when you get fouled, you know you can utilize that if it goes the right way. If Lukaku wins that 50-50 in the air, which there's a decent chance he's going to win that. All right, let's be frank. Next, you can pass backwards before you pass forwards. I understand, it's a video game, but we get caught up in the hype of pass, pass, pass. Everything needs to go forward. We got to be attacking. I want a through ball. I want an opportunity right now. Play in those triangles. Go backwards and then go forwards. Bait somebody into some pressure and then over the top through ball. Bait somebody in and then the big threaded through ball on the ground. Or maybe just swing it around to the other side of the pitch. This is an area that we all make mistakes. We get caught up in the hype of trying to score goals quickly, trying to rebuttal an equalizer real quickly, and we forget that we can go backwards. You're not required to always pass forward, whether you're playing Ultimate Team head-to-head. It doesn't matter. Just FIFA in general, you're not required to go forward every single pass. You can go side to side, you can go a little bit backwards, maybe a couple back passes. You're waiting for your opportunity to strike. Listen, I can't stress this enough. I've made defending tutorials, but you need to have a systematic defending approach. Just in case you don't know what systematic means, I've got you. Let me explain. You need some sort of system when you're defending. For example, okay, do I want to use high pressure? Am I looking to trap my opponent in the middle of the pitch? Do I want to push him out wide? Am I going for more of a laid back, a very defensive, maybe an ultra defensive, not quite park the bus? Am I sitting and I'm waiting? Am I hitting that contain button a lot? Am I liking a little bit of jockey? You need some sort of system, some sort of plan of defensive shape if you want to be good at FIFA. This is where people get lost and they get confused and they start losing and they get frustrated and they need defending tutorials, which I do have. Shameless plug. Please take some time and think about what you're doing defensively. How do I want to take away possession? When am I looking to strike? You've got to have some sort of plan. Otherwise, you're running around, you look like you had your head cut off. It's not good. You don't know what to do, and you're just getting tore up. You're getting roasted and toasted, and everybody's having a field day except you. Being able to perform versus a variety of opponents, whether somebody's playing a 4-3-3 with a lot of counterattack, or slow build-up with a 4-4-2. You've got to be able to perform versus a variety. And one way to do that is to make adjustments while you're playing. For example, I got you. I'm going to break this down. If you make a bad pass, how are you going to fix that you made a bad pass? Oh, I should have done this instead, and then you take action. You have to analyze your game. And now with the ability to record on the Xbox, the PlayStation, we got Elgatos. You can rewatch what you're doing. You can stream on Twitch. You can watch that back. And you can make corrections like, damn, I'm really struggling in this area. It's not going to take a genius to figure out, oh, I've got pros, I've got cons. And a lot of people don't want to work on their cons because it's not fun. Nobody enjoys trying to improve something you're bad at. Most people want to focus on this side. Hey, I'm tearing it up right now. I'm eating ham and turkey sandwiches all day and they taste great. That only works if you like ham and turkey sandwiches. Anyways, we love to focus on what we're doing well. And it's very easy for people to forget about the struggle area. Just like people love to tell you when they're making good money, and they definitely don't want to talk about how their funds and their pockets are hurting right now. Right? Right? Do I have a point? So make adjustments if you want to see true progression. If you're good and you won't make changes, you're going to stay good. If you're bad and you won't make changes, you're going to stay bad. But if you really want to see true progression as a player in FIFA, you have to make adjustments. You must implement changes to your gameplay. Something that's very important this year, and I mentioned it in a previous video, it's a requirement in my mind. You need to be familiar with playing a wide and a narrow formation in FIFA 17. You should be able to switch to either and be able to attack and defend in both at a very high level. If you want to win FUT Champions or be competitive, yeah, you're going to need that. It's just that simple, because based on your opponent's tactics, sometimes you can only get the advantage if you swap what you're doing. Move your tactics around a little bit, your instructions, your formations, especially if you're losing a game. Even if you're winning, you can still go more defensive, but especially if you're losing, because people are going to play like hoes. That's how FIFA works. But you got to take away what makes it easy for them to play as hoes. If they're killing you on the wings, all right, guess what? Well, I'm going to add some more wingers. I want to see you play a different way. I'm not giving you Christmas presents today. No, it's not even December. You ain't getting no Christmas gifts. You were naughty this year, and I'm coming back in this game. Please learn at least one narrow and one wide formation. If you can do a few, even better, but at least learn one and one. The final point that I want to speak about is being focused. And I know it sounds simple, and it's also easier said than done. Well, especially if you're grinding out a few different matches in divisions. You're playing for an hour, then 2 hours, then 3 hours. Not all those games are going to be your best material. And something that I do in order to help with focus, I talk to myself. I got no shame in my game. When I do something smart, I'm like, hey, that was a good read there. Or I'm looking at how I want to put together my attack with the 1s and the 2s. Made that like a freestyle Friday. Don't stop that, Mike. The point I'm trying to make is when I'm talking about the game, it keeps my mind in the game. Some people can do this via listening to music. Some people do this via taking Adderall. Whatever works for you. I'm not encouraging drug use if you don't need Adderall, but I'm just saying that you need to be focused to play your best FIFA. And there are a lot of different ways that you can get your mind on the right path in terms of being able to really dial in and make sure that you are noticing the small details that make a big difference. Thanks again for watching. This upload was almost as if it was a FIFA vlog. If you enjoyed it, please drop a thumbs up. Remember to show your people that need some help with FIFA. You know who. You can tag them down below in the comments if you want. But I have a lot more content come for everybody ASAP. I'm grinding heavy this year. I know y'all see it. But until next time, peace.